Hello everyone, I'm Steven Snakehuken Lindsey, and today I'm going to be telling you how to create your very own simple character, like these two guys right here. Actually, these two guys represent me, so say hello to me. Now this is very simple. I believe my style of creation is very simple because it's really not all that complex. It's not realistical. As you can see, it's kind of cartoony, and in fact, I think it's really close to what StripGenerator characters are like, because I like to think these two are pretty close. Well, not in look category, but still. So this is going to be a basic template. I'm going to tell you the order and the way I do things. I'm going to show you a character I'm going to create using that template, which isn't these two, but I will leave these two up as an example of what's going to be happening and reference them throughout this. So the first thing you will always start with is the lowermost clothing. So in these, it's the gray t-shirt that's underneath. Now with our character that I'm going to be doing for this, he's going to have a red t-shirt. Now your character can have whatever type of shirt he wants to. It can be red, blue, black, whatever. It's up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to the color that I feel appropriate. So after you get done with the basic color design, then you're going to move on to more detail for that lowermost clothing. So let's say we want a really weird looking shirt. We want a t-shirt that has a black square on it. Well, we're going to change the color later on. But we want a hole in the middle of that design. So mask that. And so it looks like that. Now we're going to change opacity. So it looks something like that. Maybe blur it some. Yeah, that looks alright. It looks really weird. So after we finish design on our lowermost clothing, we're going to go to our next layer of clothing. So some of you may have characters that have maybe 3 layers of clothing. Some may have only 1, just have this t-shirt. Others may just have 2, like my character over here. So my next layer of clothing, which is going to be my last layer of clothing, is going to be a blue jacket. So we're going to add this on, and add the other side. And I want to be a dark blue, because I always like dark blue. I don't really ever like this light blue. It just seems too out of place. Even for during the day, I always want to edit it. So that looks about right. Move it over to our other side. Okay, so after you just finish the regular color for your next layer, like the first layer, you're going to add any detail that you want to it. So let's say we wanted him to have something representing this line that's going across. Maybe some string or something attaching both sides, or whatever your imagination wants to do with it. So let's do a few of these. And yeah, let's just end it right there. So now we completed our body for our character. Next thing we're going to do is go with our head. Now, I like going with the circular heads. Now, you may have a different design of a head in mind. Maybe you want a square head. Maybe you want a triangle head, an oval head, a tear-shaped head. It's up to you. I just personally like using oval heads, or not oval heads, circular heads. So the first thing I'm going to recommend you start out with is the hair. Now, there's different ways you can do hair. One of the oldest techniques that I really remember doing is this. I would get a character, and I would blow him up, and then I would mask out everything else except for the hair. So, I always liked this character's hair. I don't know why. Maybe because I created the character using the hair, and it just always stuck to me. Now, if any of you are my friends on StripGenerator and been there for a while, maybe you can remember the character that I use this hair on. So what we're going to do is put this over, and there we go. It looks pretty good, nice, all that. So that's one way of doing it. Another technique, which I use for this character right here, is to use the flames, but give them a color so it doesn't have that white streak there. So for my hair, it's white, but let's say we want a character with red hair, because red is wild. So we put it over, we would mask it, and change it over. So then we have a character that has red hair. You may have to change the size of it depending or whatever. Another one I often use now is I will use this and I will slowly go up the side of the head with it and repeat it on the other side. I don't have enough time to go through this because it takes a while to do that. So the last thing that you may want to do is, instead of having hair, is to have a hat. So I'm going to have my character have a hat. So what we're going to do is stretch your hat out, have a rim. Also, if you want your character to have hair and a hat, you may want to have two options of it, like I have with this one. I have one with hair and one with my beanie on, because I can't just have a beanie by itself. It doesn't look that right with my hair because my hair kind of sticks out. So we're going to have a Abraham Lincoln type of hat. It's kind of late. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering. Let's make it really tall. That looks really tall. So next we're going to add, let's say we wanted some hair to be sticking out. So let's have him with brown hair, because I have brown hair. So we're going to slide this off. And we're going to copy this to the other side. And there we go. Now let's say we want to add some other detail. Maybe he has a beard also. So let's go here, get this. Come on, straighten out. Okay, so we're going to add a beard to our Abraham Lincoln face. So pull this down, pull this over some more, over more. Then get our brown. Hopefully I can finish this in time, guys. If not, well, sorry. So mask this. Do all this. Put it on our face. And do that. Now there's different ways to do eyes, but probably the best way that you want to go with, simply starting off, is just have your black eyes. Go like that. Now, of course, you could add color to them. Maybe you want to have blue eyes instead of black eyes to make it a little bit more realistical to something. So you would just put that. Now, here's the thing. I would not have your eyes in at first. I would put your character up, have him however you want him to have it. Maybe the head's a little bit too big, so we want to shrink it some. I didn't get the beard. That's not good. Come on, get the beard. I'm running out of time. See, whenever you're running on time limit, everything will go wrong. So, let's put him here. Now, let's say this is your character. I would recommend that you don't add eyes and save it to the library. The reason, if you share this with friends, they're going to have to white out the eyes and the mouth every single time they want to do your character. So, to save them some time, all your friends, just simply leave them out, like I do with these two characters. Because that's why they can just insert the eyes in the mouth, put any position they want, and don't have to worry about editing your character. So this is the end of the tutorial. We've created our own little weird character. I don't know who the heck it's supposed to be. But hopefully with the template I provided with you and just told you about, hopefully you'll be able to create your very own character soon enough. So again, if you can't remember what the template is, it's this. You start with the body. You go with the lowermost level of clothing first. You add the details after you add the basic colors in for that level. Then you move to the next level of clothing and repeat the process until you get to your final level of clothing. Then we work on the head. We start with our hair, be it our hair itself or our hat, and then we add any other details to it. And the best thing to do is keep off the eyes and the mouth. Now, I'm almost out of time because I have only 10 minutes. So if you have any questions at all, please ask me either here, email me, ask me over on StripGenerator. If you like this tutorial and want to see our next tutorial, which is going to be how to do hands, or somewhat hands, how to show like you're grabbing an object, then please subscribe to me because it only takes one click and you'll be up to date on all of my videos. And if you happen to like this video, please rate it, comment it, and all that fun stuff. And with that, I think my time's up. So, see you in our next tutorial.